one thing I do want to go ahead and bring up to go ahead and shed some light on products like this. So this item, in more cases than one, is a one-time use item, right? They're going to use it once and probably never really use it again, or maybe use it once and then another time in like 6 months, unless you're going camping like every single day, where you probably already have a water purifier. Okay. So items that are one-time use items are not going to be good for long-term and scale and long-term branding. It's usually one and done, and people will never kind of return to the site. They won't buy on their remarketing ads. Okay, it's very, very one-time use, and that also breeds low average order value and high cost per acquisition. So an item like this, definitely in need, definitely a great item to use. Okay, but this item has been around for quite some time, and there's so many different items just like this, okay, that do the same exact thing. You could type in water purifier, and you'll see a bunch of different items come up. They look like this, like aliens. They look like little pens. They look like a bunch of different things under the sun. But the benefit and the result is all the same. And remember, when we see pages and pages and pages of products that look different but all have the same benefit, instant red flag. Okay, also products that are normally one-time use items would be instant red flag. Okay, so this item, I would say let's go ahead and pass on this. This item definitely has some really good creativity on it, but overall this is not going to be great for impulse ads and making us profitable with our ad spend. It's a great item to have if you're camping and whatnot, or if you own a Dick's Sporting Goods, or you're at Bass Pro Shops, right, where the intent is there, right? Amazon, the intent is there. But shopping on impulse is not going to be something that's going to be doing quite well with AOV for those points that I've mentioned. So we're definitely going to go ahead and skip this, Chase, for those specific reasons. Does that make sense, brother? This is a phenomenal item. Just like Nuno said, okay, Montessori is freaking trending right now. These items are trending, okay? Smart is cool now, okay? And everyone wants their kid to be super, super smart, okay? This is a phenomenal choice. And quite frankly, if you go ahead and do some research on other similar items and say, oh, motor skills will improve by 10% after 6 months of using similar toys. Holy crap. Is that worth $40 to you? Is that worth $50 to you as a parent? Yes, it is. Okay, this is an experience good. This is making the child smarter. It's improving the quality of the child's life. It's actually women dominated. Okay, it's going to actually investing into emotional and logical piece. Because remember, ladies and gents, our marketing angle is based on two damn things: emotion and logic. Logically, it makes sense. Let's have my kid get smarter from my $50 purchase. And emotionally, I want my kid to be the most prepped and confident, as intelligent as they can be for their own self. That's my emotional being saying that. This is a phenomenal item. Okay. And yes, this is very, very hot. And this is also what I would say an actual experience product as well. Okay, hint, hint, this is a phenomenal market. Okay, Carla, great job. This 100% meets, and I commend you for your amazing articulation, okay, of actually understanding the points so quickly, by the way. Okay, you're new, which is awesome that you're able to go ahead and kind of speak like that already. Okay, and you're also, this is a flawless choice. Okay, if I have this on my list of 20, I'm very confident. For example, I want to fill my list of 20 up with all the items in a market, you know, like this and the other items we've said yes to. I want to have great confidence in my products, and this is an item that I have mass confidence in. Okay, as well, especially if you showcase it properly with great, parental kind of filming, like parents talking about how their child has changed after using it, or similar products. Okay, it's going to be very, very important that you have great content here, because just by looking at it, you know, you kind of got to go ahead and read the title and think a little bit. It's not the most curb appealing item in the world, okay, but when it's broken down and you're seeing the child use it, okay, then it becomes a very curb appealing product. So your content will be key here, and your statistics will be key here as well, just like we talked about with Bijan. Okay, you need to go ahead and do some newborn infant research, okay, and find some really great credible sources that showcase real change being made by using products like this to improve motor skills, etc. Okay, this is phenomenal. Very big fan of this. And I love. This is one of my personal favorites, because just like the non-slip mat that we showcased in the beginning of this actual session, we already know that product's a winner. Okay, yes, the product's in a very saturated market, just like this item, but this item's definitely a winner. Okay, and quite frankly, gimbals and stabilizers like this that are auto tracking are huge. Okay, and people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for them for their camera. Okay, this at the low price point for your iPhone is phenomenal for people doing content online. This is definitely a proven winner, and I love it. I love the high perceived value, massive utility, massive benefit. Okay, the way that we actually differentiate this, just like I said to Paul for the mat, is going to be through our content and our copy. Okay, you have to stand out here. You have to have proper UGC. You have to go ahead and have people and influencers showcasing how much this is worth it for spending $20 in the product. Okay, to go ahead and have this ability for it to follow you around as you're cooking pancakes, moving around over here, showing the whiteboard here. This is phenomenal. Okay, very, very big fan of this. And this is something you could build a phenomenal brand out of as well that has very good high perceived value. You could sell other tech items and tech gear as well on the side. Okay. This personally is one of my favorite products of the day, just because I know it's proven and just because I know it works when you have proper content, okay, and proper branding around it as well. Okay, this is definitely a phenomenal item for all those points that we mentioned. It meets all the product index criteria. It's hands-free. It's the experience and the actual benefit, the utility. Okay, is you don't have to record yourself. You don't have to pay someone to record you. You save money here. It's an investment. It's convenient and improves confidence. Okay, it's primarily woman dominated in a lot of the influencer marketing. Okay, this is going to do very well if it actually catches traction. Okay, and that's one of the main things here, is making sure you catch traction with the higher end content. Now, I would definitely approve of this. Okay, one thing I want you to do as well, Narati, is to go ahead and find some other people selling the same item, see how they're pushing their content, see their angles that they're pushing, okay, see what they're charging. And I want you to really create much differentiation with the way that you push it compared to how everyone else are pushing similar items. Okay, this isn't an old item, it's actually fairly new. Okay, it's actually fairly new. We've actually had this on a video audit not too long ago. Yeah, I think. But overall, this is a really good product. It's actually fairly new, and it's extremely high perceived value. And the price point you just can't beat here. Okay, you want to make sure that it actually works properly, though. Okay, that's one of the big things, because if it doesn't work properly, you want to get our agent to go ahead and actually source one for you that works better. Because if one of the problems is that it doesn't work right and no one's scaling it properly because it doesn't work right, you could go ahead and get past that hurdle because they're in-house agents. So I would definitely bring us up to an agent, see what they could get it sourced for. Okay, after you do some homework and research to see if you could kind of have the, let's say it doesn't go all the way full 360, it doesn't have a certain feature, find out the features that people don't love and tell that to the agent so they could actually build one that does that. I want to go over things that I do like here and also bring up things that I don't like. So first and foremost, this is a cool mug because obviously it has a utility and benefit difference. Okay, the utility and benefit difference is the fact that it obviously stirs for you, okay, and twists and turns, which is great. Okay, you can stir your milk, your sugar, which is phenomenal. Okay, one of the things that I think is going to not make it, do so well is the fact that it says auto-magnetic mug. It should be a bit more appealing. What I would say is I would specifically choose one of the plain mugs to go ahead and kind of showcase in the majority of the ads and to sell one variant and not all the variants. Probably the black one, okay, or maybe just have black and white. Okay, and then push these because I do like the actual utility and so does the market as well. Okay, this definitely is something that could do well on Facebook ads because it's very, very gimmicky and it's very cool. Okay, it's different and very unique and also probably works for actually getting people to stir their stuff. Keep in mind though, within the first 3 days, you'll be able to know if this is a winner or not. Okay, what we usually say here throughout our product research is we're not looking for differentiation in the way things look, Felipe. We're looking for differentiation in the way things operate and the utility, the actual utility of how things are used. So this has great differentiation and utility, which is very, very phenomenal. Okay, and shows us this actually operates different than just moving forward, okay, with a normal mug, etc. So keep that in mind. I would say this item is a good item to move forward with, but I only want you to be using the black and white version here. Okay, none of this text. Okay, and you're gonna have to have a very, very kind of format of a video formatted with people typically who are older, who are minding the stirring, maybe people with arthritis, joint pain, etc. Older people, the older crowd, I feel like would like this. Okay, so I would like to go ahead and see that angle brought to light here. Okay, and you showcasing specific items that actually, or this specific item in a way where it's not just talking about, oh, look how cool it stirs, but talking about the convenience of it stirring for you, the fact that it stirs thoroughly, the coffee tastes better because it is stirred thoroughly. Okay, we're not just going to be marketing the fact that it stirs for you. Okay, we're going to be marketing the benefits of having it stir for you. Okay, the stirring it for you is just going to be one of like the obvious points as to why someone would buy it. We want to back it with those points and logical reasonings. Okay, so this item I like, but you're only going to be marketing the black and white version, and you want to do some content management with making sure you have good content from older individuals, okay, that are actually giving their feedback after using it, not really commenting on the fact that it stirs itself, but commenting on the fact that why it stirs itself is helpful for them. Why, what is the result of that? That's what we're selling here, and that's the actual proper angle. Now, one of the main things that I want to go ahead and bring up here is that this sling, okay, obviously has a bit of a higher perceived value and higher quality actual material. Okay, remember, same thing with clothing. When we know this clothing, what's the biggest difference with clothing, ladies and gents? Not only is it the style of it, but it's also the material. Right, correct. So personally, okay, if I were to go ahead and market this product, which I do like because it does have mass market appeal, just like the floor mat that we talked about earlier has mass market appeal and can do very well. And I'll tell you right now, ladies and gents, okay, getting started in the baby market, in the infant market, is a phenomenal place to be because logic and emotion is bleeding through in every single product, okay, that makes sense to sell or buy. Okay, the mesh here and it being breathable is game changing. Okay, you automatically have all these new different marketing angles. More comfortable. They're not as hot. They're not sweating as much. They're not getting as much heat. They're not going to have as much anxiety because of that heat. Okay, baby stress levels are derived through heat. Okay, take a look at all these studies online as to why breathable mesh, okay, is the preferred actual material compared to actual just fabric. Okay, I am a fan of the mesh, okay, of this product. I wouldn't go out on a limb and sell these. Okay, because yes, these are very saturated, okay, and there's not much differentiation with the other slings in the marketplace. This one, though, you have the utility of the sling, but with the breathable mesh, okay? This is something that I genuinely think could do very well, okay? The thing is, I would think the mesh is just as strong because of how it's kind of braided in there. The one way about it is that it's breathable. Okay, and quite frankly, like anything that's going to be holding a child here, you want to make sure it's freaking strong. Okay, so keep that in mind. The material differentiation is going to be the mesh here. And I think this is a phenomenal way to differentiate yourself and still do well in a mass market general niche. So I say absolutely, I love this product. This will definitely go ahead and pass.